The parliament is a waste to this country in many ways. In many ways. And because he is here, I am very bold enough to say that. And even before my own father, Speaker.
No, you have all the right because...
Let me know, I'm coming, don't take my time. You see, did he tell us each year how many times did he report the 500,000 that is given to him? Who was involved in the budgeting for that 500,000 to be given to him? Where was it put? How much part of that 500,000 that is given as constituency development fund for Banjul North? How much did they spend on development, on this, on that? And how did they come around that? You see, when we talk about accountability, it is not the central government alone. If Parliament is accepting 500,000, some are even saying there is constituency, allowance, 35,000. I'm not sure. I'm telling you my sources, what I heard people say. I'm not interested whether it's true or not, but I know there are allowances. The number may be wrong. Now, if parliamentarians are saying, oh, this budget, we also want the parliamentarians to be talking about the constituency development fund and how do they come up with what Banjul needs or what Councillor needs or what this needs. So that whatever that comes from the taxpayer would be regenerative. It will, give something. I'm going to give a case in point. If Banjul North and South are having 1 million in a year, I'm not talking about their councillors. I'm talking about National Assembly members. Their councillors are also there. They don't have the land in Banjul, but they can go to Fonya and have a concession agreement with the community or to National Assembly and say, we need a banana plantation. We want to make sure Albert Market, Banjul, Constituency Development Firm, supplies all the banana. Nobody's going to be banana. This is the type of thinking we want. So if you're not thinking that way, you are wasting. Because it's like every year we are going to give you 500,000 for you to go and buy Colgate, for example, or for you to go and do something that will not be regenerative. What this country needs is regenerative approach, multiplier effect. So if the parliamentarians that are costing us millions just on constituency development fund are not putting that fund in the right place, how can they blame the central government for coming up with projects like this? So this is what we want, and that's what we encourage. Media, you typically make a fund so that they can make deals. Typically, you can report until yearly. Ya dundi nyadi, ya dundi mintoli. In the Jumala Katara constituency, what development expert committees locally do they have that they approach, so that they are able to use that 500,000 or 1 million to get a landing for you that will now supply onion to Albert Market. Imagine how many people in Foreign have employment. The driver who is going to bring that onion. So if parliamentarians are not doing that, they are not thinking. The greatest asset in a country is human capital. But the asset of human capital itself is thinking. So if you are not thinking, you are wasting. This is the problem. That is what you want to hear. Don't you feel the blame President Barrow or budget? You also constituency, you like you nigga depends on how this bobu no you book the cap. So Lolo issue. Motamana is a waste. Why? It is a waste because Gambians supported waste, meaning they gave waste to the parliament. That we need to begin to think. And you people should be asking them, President B, I'm not Dole B. Constituency Development Fund at the Parliament, for example, itself, because Lolo is the same as meet the people talk. Halis la bunga jo nega si palas, ñu passa ko ñu ko bëggé. Ñu def ko politique. Committee ñu la séré ko nga jolé ñu 500 bi di nga wala dañu jënd li. I know they'll say, oh, you go to parliament, you say invoice this. We understand all those things. But even if that is the case, the invoice you're taking is not regenerative. It's only buying you something that will just remain there, and in the future you even have to maintenance it. What is wrong with you looking for a land in Kalani for Banjul North so that you can have this thing? Now, aside from that, a similar thing is happening with the president store, farmer store, whatever way you want to call it. You see, it's our money. We say, you are there and we gave you power, but we want you to think with our money. We want you to be rational because you have what you call a fiduciary responsibility to spend our money wisely in a multiplier effect manner, in a regenerative manner. That is why we all use groundnut to sow it in the soil and then it will germinate into many. But for the situation with Parliament and other institutions, when we give them $10, they put $10 and you will not even have $1 out of the $10 that they put. Governance is a business. It means it's also profit making.
All right.